All right. Shalom Yashala. Call Halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah Waharakakodash Brakathum. I like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akyam pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Aquat that are listening. What I have here on the screen is it was a video I came across from YouTube. And what it made me think of is I usually don't do this, but, it's all according to the spirit, right? It made me think of this particular scripture right here. Me and Priest Sha'ar, we were talking about this, man, just how in general, even set aside from the truth, but these people in the world are very have become Delulu. In other words, very delusional, man. Okay? Everybody's become delusional. We get it. You have your own thoughts, but bro, it is best not to exercise every thought that enters your mind, right? It's kind of like like a non-regulation what's the term? Yeah, a non Salakia feature, right? It's like a non-regulation feature when you're delusional, because people talk about you just got to manifest these things, and people are nuts out here, man. People are nuts. Now if you're going to manifest something, you have to work towards it and see the fruits of it. You're going to have to grind, right? But these people, you have people who wake up on a daily and honestly, with this delusion comes a level of entitlement, which those who follow and watch videos of mine, which we all, from the apostles, bishops, and elders on down, I hate entitlement, bro. Don't nobody owe you a goddamn thing, man. But here it is in Babylon. It's confusion. So everybody's so entitled. So everybody, I could, hey, you can feel however you want to feel. But the results and consequences, hey, also come with that. They also come with that. Results and consequences also come with this level of delusion, man. And people are about to, have a rude awakening, man. Just like in this video right here. It's only a minute and 16 seconds, but I'm going to get these verses right here. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11. And for this cause, the Most High shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. Okay? Guess what? A lot of people about to, and we're seeing it. We're seeing it for members who were once a part of the body. We're seeing how bugged out they are. And then once again, set aside from Yahweh Bashim Yashah, then, people who are not in the truth, they're falling for any and everything, man. Okay, this current generation or what have you, man, but people about to be swallowed up because people are looking for what? They're looking for pleasure and rest in all the wrong places, man. Which, the Lord created the earth for us to have pleasure in righteousness, of course. But people are so damn delusional, bro. People wake up, I should have $1 million. Well, I hope you're prepared to put in the work that's going to require you to have $1 million. But no, this whole, and I'll be honest, man, I love the exposure of social media, because you can really utilize it for, the sake of what? Yahweh Bashim Yashah. You can search things out, man. You can find a lot of good info. Of course, you got to, spit out the bones and what have you. But I dig social media because it does give you do see a false sense of reality. And then what? Then you do see a sense of reality, right? It's a balance, because why? You have this whole artificial intelligence. That's another, that's another major sign that, hey man, it's about to get even more crazy out here. And and I know, like, I'm thinking, you have to be thinking like, man, how much more crazier can it get? We're seeing a lot of these things in real time, And if it's not in real time, guess what? He's going to create that so-called real time, right? You know? But let me get these scriptures, and I'm going to start the video, then I get some more scriptures. It's the 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 11. And for this cause, the Most High shall send them strong delusion that they shall believe a lie, which a lot of people do. Verse 12, that they all might be damned who believed not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Just going on about your day, doing what you want to do, feel, I do it, and people don't think it's going to be some type of consequence, man. The way people act on their, on their jobs, and then shocked when they get fired, bro. Then people talking crazy and don't think, hey, bro, everybody ain't like everybody. Some people, for the most part, a lot of people, do have a good, sense of so-called emotional intelligence. But the times we in, bro, people are on eggshells right now. People are on edge. People talking crazy and think you like, bro, a lot of people ain't here for that. And the Lord going to show you, the Lord gives excellent direction if you take heed to the scriptures. But these people don't want to do that. And I'm talking to you Israelites. Like, the hell with these other nations, man. Okay? Because that's also a part of this lesson, as far as speaking on, men who were leading flocks, and, and everybody can be grafted in. Everybody can be saved now. Straight delusion, bro. And they're we know through the Spirit, I say this. It's perceived that y'all more than likely took the bag to how y'all butchering up the scriptures and prophecy now. Terrible breakdowns. Some of y'all are doing it on a very calculated intellectual level, but hey, spiritually we read through that, because that's not what we were taught, and that's not what we've studied, and that has not been my conclusion, the apostles, bishops, and elders on down conclusion, right? So it's just a lot of delulu going on, and this video sums up these bug outs that were once a part of the body of GMS, and who were also a part of these other sects of Israel. This video sums it up, and acting shocked. Okay.
A taxi. There has to be another way. I'm not taking a taxi all the way to Virginia. I work in Virginia. I understand. And I apologize for the inconvenience. But unfortunately, I don't have to come back. I just need to get out. I need to get out. I need to get out. I gotta go. I understand. I can't have you do that. But I stop. You cannot move this. I'm telling you right now. Oh, I gotta go to work. What do you want me to do? I have to go to work. You cannot get out. I can't help you with that. Please do not disturb this area. I might have to. Ma'am. I'm going to run through the roadblock. It's 2 George Lincoln, 4626. Stop! Stop your car. Stop! Excuse me, y'all. Said there's a lady running down the street now in a BMW. Stop! We're at 6 now. Hey! Stop! Stop! Get out of the car. Form a wall. We got cameras.
And as you see, because the video, it could possibly, it does, not possibly, but it does when you watch it on YouTube, it extends. And the young lady, she's still saying, I'm trying to go to work. Man, work is out the window for you right now, man. You need to be figuring out who's going to bond you out. That's how delusional some of you guys sound, preaching that the heathen can be saved, and it also just aligns with the delusion of people in the world, man. And it's very evident, man. This is the last rodeo, man, because this place is it's a handful, It's a handful, This is John chapter 8, verse 44. ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. Okay? Because Jake runs with this heavy pride behind that delusion too. How the hell are you going to be wrong and proud? At least be right, you know? At least have that, oh, okay, I see what, which, we're not supposed to be prideful, but at least, behind your level of correctness and being right, that arrogance is to be understood. But when you're loud and wrong and you continue to wax worse and worse, it's evident that, hey, this this walk ain't for you. This walk ain't for you, man. Okay, let me reread verse 44 in its entirety. And this is talking about you Israelites. Okay, this is back in John chapter 8 verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar, and the father of it. Okay? And Jake loves to gravitate towards the BS that makes them feel, prophesying to them what? Smooth things. As a matter of fact, let me get that. Okay? Jake loves, bro, let me know the skinny. I've always been the guy, hey, let me get the bad news first, man. Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 9. I'll start at verse 9. So that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh. Verse 10, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. Okay? And that's what a lot of you guys are doing. It's like you guys are catering. You want to cater to the world. What about the word of Yasharallah, man? Jake, who really seeking out the truth and what we've been taught. That's how you guys look. Because on the flip side, to hell with a nigga in the world, bro. There's really there's no stake in that. What's to be gained, bro? It's only so much you could do, But that's once again that's what happens when you lean towards your own understanding, which I'll get here shortly. And then a lot of you, Jake, just well, that's how I feel. Okay, bet. And the Lord, guess what? The Lord gonna let you feel like that too. Keep puffing yourself up. Back in John chapter 8, verse 45. And because I tell you the truth, ye believe me not. This is Yahweh Shah HaMashiach speaking. Jake had issue with, these are the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, man. I believe it was a Hamite, but through the spirit, more than likely it was a Jake. I believe I can't name the guy who quoted it, but he said, and he was making reference to a woman. He said if God can't please a woman, what makes you think a man can? And that quote has always stuck with me. Okay. So also, hey, us, the nation of Israel, is like what? A woman unto the Most High, right? So if the Most High can't please you, guess what? What can? The temporal things here will. The things that'll perish, the things that will mold and break down, that's pleasing to our people, man. But when you got solid foundation and solid truth, that's not good enough for Jake. That's boring. It don't make you feel good. And that's how our people come off. A bunch of spoiled ass brats. A very group of unappreciative ass people, bro. Okay? Especially you men who know this truth, man. The way you turn your back on your flock the way you disrespect the elders who taught you, the disrespect you show Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the shit that you talk about the apostles, you know, just it's so many variables. Okay. Verse 46. Which of you convinceth me of sin? Okay. Which Yahushua what? Hey, he didn't dwell in sin, right? You can't accuse Yahushua Hamashiach of sin, right? Verse 47. He that is of the Most High heareth the Most High's words. Ye therefore hear them not, because ye are not of the Most High. Okay? So people have been forewarned, man. I believe I'm going to title this, Jake Doesn't Believe Fat Meat is Greasy. You know, for, you know, Jake around my age, I'm an 80s baby, and, I know some apostles, bishops, and elders probably remember that, especially Jake in the South, man. That was always, that was always a term, just basically, like, bro, how much more you got to keep messing up for you to, get your ass beat basically by your parents, or, get punished, or be on punishment for a month, when all you had to do was stop and listen, right? And that's pretty much like in this truth, man. Especially when people who've come across it, been in it, leading camps, and got the fame and major platforms, and you fumbled it, which could have been, sincerely utilized. Now, granted, the truth that's going out, call halal Yahbashim Yashah for that. But a lot of you guys, man, got the fame, didn't know what to do with it. Okay, but became too big for your britches, became disrespectful. Okay, and the Lord just started breaking that shit up. Call halal Yahbashim Yashah for that. A lot of you guys don't give thanks either. Okay, that's another issue with y'all, man. Just like these delulu niggas in the world, man. That young lady, she, I perceive to be an Israelite. That was my whole point of that video. The officer was very polite, very professional, very detailed, very clear. There was nothing vague about it. Even the people who were a part of the private event, they knew no traffic should be coming through, more than likely because they had a permit to be there. It looked like like a merchant market, like a marketplace. You have food vendors, games, that's Yashara's thing anyway, right? That's always been, our culture. But here it is, a nigga, okay, the nigga woman want to come ruin it, man. Because what? She's delusional, man. These people in the world are delusional. They do not believe fat meat is greasy. Okay? And it's going to be more of that, man. This is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in Yahweh with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. Okay? Don't lean into your own understanding, man. You're only going to make a mess that possibly, if the apostles, bishops, or elders of camps, if they possibly have time to clean up. And that's not fair to them, man. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to me. Hey, and if you love yourself, you're not being fair to yourself. You're not being fair to yourself. Why the hell should someone have to clean up your mess? Let me reread that again. Verse 5. Trust in Yahweh with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. Okay? A mess is just waiting to happen. Because you figure you got it with your delusional ass, man. And you don't. Okay? Verse 6. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Okay? The Most High got you when you acknowledge him. But nah. I got it. Terrible new breakdowns, butchering prophecy, not going into prophecy. Just being real pieces of shit, man. Pardon my French. That's what a lot of you leaders turned out to be, man. Trying to be looked at as a so-called martyr. Well, guess what? We got a martyr. His name is Yahushua HaMashiach, our Lord and Savior, man. Okay? The ultimate sacrifice. Now, we present ourselves, what, as a living sacrifice? Bro, that's all. Do the work and present yourself as a living sacrifice. Leave all the BS aside, bro. Leave that behind. We came into the truth to put off the world, not to bring it with us. Verse 7. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear Yahweh and depart from evil. But you guys continue to wax worse and worse. You don't acknowledge him. You don't acknowledge Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. You don't acknowledge the apostles, bishops, and elders. Real talk, you're not even acknowledging your flock. You're leaving them out to dry. You are leaving them out to dry. And then get hell-bent when you get called out. Man, they don't like me. Man, they did this. Like, bro. And that's how, like I said, Eve, who was shown in that video, that young lady, that video I showed earlier, when you watch those particular cop videos, bro, those cops be ready to go on their way. They be ready to send Jake on their way. Sometimes some cops, bro, if possible, for I can't speak on all of them, but the interactions, if they could do without paperwork, trust me, they would do without paperwork. But you know what? Sometimes, hey, you get one of them cops who kind of, about that paperwork, but hey, they're like, all right, man, it's a pretty simple situation, man. Just be on your way. And they only gonna tell you but one time. That cop, was pretty much too damn nice, man. But once again, Jake don't believe fat meat is greasy, man. We're living in a world of delusion, Not us particularly, Abaratazah, that spirit never comes upon us, but the world is living, in a current state of delusion, man. Nasty work. But that's all I have on this. And Abaratazah, this is edifying for the body. So once again, with that, call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Once again, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Achaeon, pushing his truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Aquat out there listening. Shalom.